Hey Life Group leaders, Tim Osmus here. I'm doing a bonus video this week, and today is July the 18th, and about a month from now, on August the 18th, we're going to be having a special service up at Farmers Lake where we're doing an outdoor baptism. We have a goal of baptizing 30 people. We've got 20 people that are signed up. Brother Brian has the lofty goal of maybe doing 50 people. So we don't know where that's going to go, but we do know there's going to be a very special day for Liberty there at Farmers Lake. One of the things that we want to do is to turn this into a celebratory picnic after that service tonight. And we're asking our life groups to sponsor and put together the infrastructure to do a simple picnic with the folks that are gathered up there. Now, some things that we're going to do with that picnic is, number one, we're going to assume that there's going to be about 300 people there. We're going to be very optimistic with that, and we want you to promote this and get your people to come, invite visitors. Of course, there'll be the families of those that are being baptized. So we're looking for this to be a big service. So we're going to figure on 300 people for this little cookout. Now, the way that I've done this is that I've taken the adult classes and I've divided them up into the different things that are going to be on the menu. I have put that menu out in a Facebook post on the leaders site. So go check that site and you can see exactly what I've done. And I'll just quickly go through the menu here. It's going to be hot dogs, buns, of course, fixings to go with that, slaw, chili, chopped onions, condiments, those kinds of things. Then drinks we'll have, of course, and then chips. And then we'll do desserts as well. And so we'll have, each one of the classes has been assigned one of those items that I just talked about. I tried to divide it up by the size of the class. A big class has, of course, got more resources than a smaller class, and so they can do things that might be a little bit more expensive. And I have put together kind of a structured cost that is just an estimate. And I think you'll find that you'll either be able to buy it for what I've estimated or below that, depending on how you go about it. So I would like to ask each one of the classes to begin to look at that and start to put together a little infrastructure to be able to get those things. I've asked Brother Larry and the Living Water class to be our cooks and servers for that night, and so they'll be cooking those hot dogs for us. And the way that service will run that night is that we will have baptism and a little church service there from 6 to 7, and from 7 there on we will have our picnic. We'll have some games and things of that nature, so it'll be a great evening for that. We'll need to make sure that we get all our stuff together and get it up to Farmers Lake. There's a couple of suggestions that I would have. I would make sure that I have something in my fund. A lot of the classes already have a little fund to keep money in for things like that. If you do not, then go ahead and start taking up an offering weekly. You've got 3 or 4 weeks to do that. Then the second thing, I would get somebody in your class that's going to procure those items, whether they're going to Sam's Club or Walmart or wherever they're going, because just to say, hey, we're going to bring drinks and everybody show up with different brands and different kinds and all these things, I think it's just better if people go and buy all Heinz ketchup or Hunt's ketchup or whatever, and all of them the same size. I think that's just a little bit better. Once again, that's August the 18th at Farmers Lake, and I'll stick a link to the Farmers Lake's website, and if they have a website or Facebook page, whatever they might have, to where you can look at that if you need to. But I just wanted to make sure that I put something special out early to where the classes can go ahead and be putting this together. We don't do broad socials very often with our life groups. We do the Sunday morning things where we have breakfast very often, but we don't do these bigger things very often. And so I think it's just a great time in this summer of where we're trying to reach the lost. I think it's a good time to culminate that summer with this great baptism, that grave service there at Farmers Lake. If you've got any problems with anything that you see in this spreadsheet, please let me know. We'll make whatever adjustments we need to. We don't want this to be complicated, but just a nice little cookout can make us have a very good and successful night up there at Farmers Lake on August the 18th. Thank you very much.